Der Audi kommt noch so weit raus. Ich glaube, das war der Sieg. Das war's. Damit sollte Eastwood, wenn er auf der Straße bleibt, die Führung übernehmen. Auch Eastwood drauf. Auch Charlie Eastwood in Piste. Safety Car hier, und Carol Marsch, auch Adam Carroll schwimmt da auf. Ja, Carroll Marsch, Schulze, ja, der schützt jetzt aber jetzt richtig.
He's going to have the slipstream. Look at how much that affects his run down to turn one. It's fantastic. And now Gerardo all over the back of Torelli. Oh no, Torelli's been turned and he's in the wall hard. Massive hit for Gabriele Torelli. Forces teammates to go back on. Now watch the white and black car here of Stuckey. So Torelli and Pouget go through. He tries to open up the line to go on the left, loses the back. Thomas Pekar had the fright of his life there. Suddenly his car came across him, but it is easy for a car to end up out there again. So they have brought the safety car out to make sure that it is neutralised. Now I believe we're going to see, oh wow, well that's Paolo Maria Silvestrini going around. Or is that Dinetti? I think it is, yeah, it's Dinetti, apologies. And then this is what happened with Gustavo Sandrucci. Oh, down the inside. Now that was very scary. Let's have another look. And yes, there is Dinetti, car 76. So you'll see, now that was the incident that we didn't see. That was the 102.
I have to wait before finishing this sentence. We'll go back to the replay first of all. Frederic Schandorf, heartbreak for the championship leader, the race leader, into the gravel. Michelin slicks, and he's out.
To emphasise how wet this is, the cameras won't show that, but that's at least a 6% incline. He is sliding uphill at speed, and so is everyone else.
Reduced speed, mind you, but he's done superbly well.
Gravity has helped him here to reverse back out the gravel, so...
A la Lewis Hamilton at Imola earlier on in the season. This is Florian Schultz. He was in position 6, the 47 Antonelli Motorsport Mercedes. He just stays off the wall. This
Charlie Eastwood
was potentially a victory thrown away for Charlie Eastwood. We can't blame him though.
And you know what he's done there? He's moved to the left. All of them have moved to the left because they want to take, you want to take a wider entry to the corner so you can have more open steering. And the Balf Audi has stayed on track while everyone else has gone to the pits. You want to have a more open steering, therefore it's easier to turn in wet conditions. But as soon as you go on that white line on the outside of the corner, you've got no grip, it's just paint. And then you slide off.
Okay.
As he comes down through the apex, he's just off of the apex, and I think as he tries to tighten his hands, Jeremy, and perhaps come off the throttle a little bit, it moves weight to the front of the car with that little breathe. The front tires tighten, and it gives it that grip when he comes off the throttle, and it plants the nose, and around she goes. Stephen McAleer, let's take a look at the problem for Signoretti. There it is. Just gets on the throttle a little too early coming off of turn 11, slowest corner on the race. And now Kyle Marcelli having to work his way around the 74, and that's when Tom Kerr just loses it. And for the leader,
Jean-Luc Boblic, qui vient ici à l'intérieur dans le triple gauche. Est-ce qu'il parvient à passer avec l'Alpine? Non, il est venu toucher Jean-Luc Boblic. L'accrochage, Rudy Servol qui vient toucher ici Jean-Luc Boblic et qui envoie la Mercedes numéro 87 de l'équipe AKSP en tête à queue. Et ça, c'est un fait de course majeur et aussi pour le championnat, évidemment. Oh, il a été aidé. Et il a été aidé par Timothée Buret. Il a été aidé par Timothée Buret sur la 88. Alors on rappelle qu'à la 88, il avait déjà écopé de 2 fois. Ils vont se retrouver, on revoit, regardez, le contact il est devant. Et puis boum, la voiture qui arrive là derrière, c'est celle du leader de la course, Jean-Ludovic Foubert. Et Eric Debar qui a eu la chance de pouvoir éviter en passant sur le côté. Et puis le capot qui s'ouvre, là c'est la totale évidemment.
Dirt and dust, so really difficult to say what happened. Oh, that was Michael Carter was in there. The Carter Enterprises red and white car was off on the dirt on the driver's right to avoid to do the cutback, and getting the cutback done gets a better run and goes to the left and then the right. Oh, but so what happened to Nunes? Did he just lift early? Going into 4, he was defending from the middle of the road, but there was definitely a touch as Céline Roland was trying to go down the inside, the right-hand side. Nunes very lucky. I thought he was going to 6. And he again went off, and oh my goodness, the tyre wall doing its job though, and virtually no damage to the...
Here's a replay meanwhile of what happened to Tom.
Just ran out of road, didn't he? Ran it wide, slithered onto the grass, the car not damaged, stuck in the gravel. Now quite often, admittedly these are not ideal conditions, but John Ferguson is struggling, and off the road goes Neary and bang into the tar barrier. Richard Neary off the road. So it's just like Macau, this place. There is the drama. So Morgan Tilbrook had spun and Michael Igoe had to go off in avoidance. Let's have a look on board here, Andy.
No contact, I don't think, was there
so.
actually?
No, he's too far back.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, you can see Tilbrook has a moment, catches it, but then he's offline. As they head towards Old Hall Corner, he looks to the inside, he commits for the race lead. There's contact ahead of them. Whitmore has been tagged into a spin by John Ferguson, and somehow...
And not only that, but if that car's in the gravel in a dangerous place, it's got huge race implications because it could be an interruption. There's the contact. That was overly ambitious from the BMW.
Twyland, and I think von Skeltermaier as well, although he gets whale-tailed at the back. He's one of the drivers potentially on slick tyres, Nico.
Yeah, it looks like. Oh, and there's a coming together, huge coming together. Von Skeltermaier involved in that. And then I fear that might certainly bring the
Skiro then on the outside of Michel Gatting, and he goes through. Christian Brunsborg is in all sorts of strife. He's in the runoff area. Another car is in. So the two of them getting very close together. They do make contact. That spits Christian Brunsborg onto the grass and into the barriers. What a torrid weekend Christian Brunsborg tried. But, and there you can see, I mean, racing room was given, wasn't it? No, this is the Christian Brunsborg, isn't it? In replay. And that was, yeah. I'm not even sure there was contact between the two of them. We saw it from a different camera angle. Let's have a look here. So there is AC. He's lost the car, and that big contact into the barriers. Yeah. Now let's see. Oh well. To be fair, those drivers had absolutely nowhere to go. As Marco Pulcini, it was that was across the grass and the curbs, kind of concertinaed 3 cars into each other, and unfortunately. And there you can see Nicola Rossi. There's Pulcini just making contact there with the John Dillon car, and that was through the bus stop. Nicola Rossi taking evasive action by just shortcutting. Oh, and that was a big tap, wasn't it?
Yeah, there is some liquid.
这边刹车的情况，重刹，这边滑过来了，王生的两个和山中赛车发生了非常严重的碰撞，在长直道的末端，两台赛车都没有办法非常好的制动停下来啊，在这边视野非常差的情况下，后方赛车马兴华也滑了，这边。
Here comes Taylor Gray trying to stuff it down to the inside of Jake Drew. PJ Pedroncelli going to miss the corner. Eric Nascimento sideways. Lots of action already down into turn 1. Ooh, there we see some contact. Trevor Huddleston going to go around. Looked like a little contact between he and Joey East. How wide the racetrack is there down into turns. Oh, more contact. PJ Pedroncelli going around. For Jake, that's right where Takuma Koga was in that number 7 car. Wow. Lots of action, lots happening there in turn 1, and look how high off the ground Takuma got there in that number 7 car. Wow, tough break for Jake Drew and Takuma Koga, both of them having very strong runs. 9th position from Tim Spurgeon. Ooh, got over the curb right there. Tim Spurgeon doing a nice job keeping that car pointed. Jake Drew to the outside. Can they all make it? Contact down into turn 1. Taylor Gray goes around. Position. Gray to third. Rod Nealon goes around. Takuma Koge involved.
Look at the replay here. It's a little bit of contact there.
Yeah, that was Ed McCarthy there in the 20 making contact. Didn't even look like Sapienza knew he was there. Came right up across his nose. And not sure as a result of contact. Let's take a look at what happens here. Oh, wow. Goodale goes around in turn number 2, and Tomeno, nowhere to go, slams into him. Off turn 2, oh, trouble in turn number 2, a bunch of cars going around. Ryan Newman, Woody Pitcat, and other. And we are under caution again. Let's take a look what happens. There you just see just a bunch of cars getting together. Woody Pitcat there also looks like he was... No trouble, front straightaway. Kyle Ebersol has made contact with Ronnie Silk. The two crash going down the front straightaway. Ryan Newman had a piece of that.
First, that was all door. There's nothing that he could do. This thing, everything's good. Then immediately, you see it's down. Immediately around it goes, like you said, Junior, a flat impact on that left side door.
Turn 2, he loses the pace, and now you see he's just got to turn left, and Jade is coming at full speed. He's like, buddy, I mean, I got to have that lane. Huge contact. We'll have to check out the right front of the 48. There's got to be big damage. The 22 of Cindric sneaks by. You see the 99 of Sam Mayer in the smoke. I looked up and he was already spelled. You see right there, top of 3 wide, 15 makes contact. I think that's kind of what you see. I think there are times that we don't see drivers happen here. Oh, it just gets loose in. Oh, I'm sorry, the car below the poor 92 gets loose in.
Yeah, synchronized spins here. Josh Williams in the 92. It was the 52 of Ogata out of Japan that spins.
A matter of getting down in there and seeing all of that and maybe locking up the brakes a little bit.
Take a look exactly what happened. I mean, there's so much chaos. It's hard to catch. He's at the bottom of 51, that is. 3 wide. Looks like he gets a little loose. The 2 tries to get out of the gas. It looks like the 10's right on the rear bumper of the 2. Contact, and around goes the 51.